world comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, everybody. Two days in a row, 9 a.m. So there. I don't know that'll happen again now that I bragged about it. Good morning. Hey, David. Good to see you. Good stuff. Look at that belly. Watch. All right. My wife loves it when I do that crap for some reason. All right. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. And of course, welcome to Daily Trudge. It's Friday, man. Friday, nice day out here in Colorado. I don't know how I'd lose somebody that shortly, but okay. Of course, I'm going to do a little bit of yakking for a little bit till I get to the actual topic. It takes a while sometimes for people to see that I'm live and come on and all that other stuff. I hope that doesn't disconnect my internet. All right. Man, my office is a freaking mess. So, all right. So, yes, I like to talk about things. Okay. Morning, Jerry. Good to see you. Ticker. There's a ticker now. The hell's a ticker? Okay. Oh, that's why it smells like dog shit. Great. Oh, guys, it's gonna be a second. I'll be back. That smells a lot better. My God, it was like 6 inches from my face. Whoa. That's one. That's a shitty way to start. All right. So, I was going to talk about karma. Not your karma. Other people's karma. Do you ever say, karma will get them? That's a resentment. Did you know that? Why are you wishing bad karma on people? Oh, don't worry about that. God take care of him. God doesn't beat up on his children. No, he's not going to take care of that. That is disillusioned. Okay. I do believe in karma. Okay. But it's true. You do bad stuff, you hang out with bad things, you get bad things. You do good stuff, you hang out with good people, you get good things. That's karma. Karma really is about doing the esteemable thing. I have a saying, it's watch your karma or your dogma will bite you in the ass. And it will. You beat it now that you know these things. Now that you know these things, you're not going to be able to ignore it. Okay? So wishing bad karma upon somebody else or saying God will take care of it. What's he going to take care of? What's he going to do? Send somebody down to beat him up? Why are you wishing bad on somebody else in any form is not part of the principles. It's not. See how all these little things that we've been doing all of our life it's kind of wrong. Like calling ourselves names. Oh well, yeah. Well, I was being stupid. And I need to accept the fact that I was. No. I don't like name calling, even when you're name calling yourself. I don't like it. So this is a good leeway because speaking of taking other people's inventory, because that's what wishing bad karma on somebody is. You're taking their inventory. Otherwise, how would you know? Or maybe they did something that hurt your feelings. Okay, how much rent are you going to let this? How much free rent are you going to let this person spend in your head? That's up to you, man. That's not on them. That's on you. So better watch your own karma before you start wishing karma on other people. Okay. So back in the '60s, there was a group in Chicago. Go lay down. You just go lay down. Continue going. There you go. My dog's on one of those. Yeah, let's just say she loves to be helpful, but she's so helpful it's annoying. Does that make sense? I love her, but I'm glad I have a lot of patience. Anyway, so they had written a letter to Bill W. Okay, and I actually tried to look for the actual letter that they sent. I was doing it for about 10 minutes, and I realized they're not going to put that out there. AA doesn't work that way, and Bill, it had since it was written to him, it was personal, and therefore he did not publicize it. That was his own choice, probably for good reason. Who knows? But what I want to do is read the reply that Bill W had to that, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start reading. Bill Wilson's now famous illusory pedestal, 10th step, perfect example of the spirit of our 10th step by Bill W. in his reply to a 1960 letter mailed to him from a group in Chicago taking his inventory. Bill was 26 years sober. That you seem disillusioned with me personally may be a new and painful experience for you, but many members have had that experience with me. Most of their pain has been caused not only by my several shortcomings, but by their own insistence on placing me, a drunk, trying to get along with other folks, upon a complete illusory pedestal. This is what I was bitching about the other day. That people do this stuff to other people and it's not cool. It's not. It's it's kind of fucked up. That it's unfair to do to people that try and put a lot of humility into their lives. I'm telling you, we don't like it. We don't like being called names like guru. We don't. By my several shortcomings, by their own insistence on placing me, a drunk, trying to get along with other folks upon a completely illusory pedestal, a station which no fallible person could possibly occupy. I'm sure that you will understand that I have never held myself out to anybody as either a saint or a superman. I have repeatedly and truthfully said that AA is full of people who have made more spiritual progress than I ever or can make. In some areas of living, I had made some decided gains, but in others, I seem to have stood still. And in other ways, I may have gone backwards. I am sorry that you are disillusioned with me, but I'm happy even I have found a life here. Okay? So all this talk where you say, we love Bill W, we love Bill W, we love Bill W, but do you love him for what he was? A human being. Are we grateful for the work that he did? Yes. We're grateful for the work. But I'm going to tell you now what he wants is for you to pass on the work that was freely given to you. That's what he wants, just like God does, just like I do, just like you do. Bill W. was just another person. Right? Was he chosen for a job? You bet. Was he a saint? No. No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints. The point is that we're willing to grow along spiritual lines. The principles we have set down are guides to progress. Here we are again. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Don't cast a shadow on anyone unless you're providing shade. Oh. Whew. A friend of mine wrote, placing someone on a pedestal is just the flip side of the same judgment. God, how much is my phone going to go off today? Leave me alone. I'm on a roll right now. Leave me alone. It's just the flip side of the same judgment playing God coin. It's the side that reads love instead of hate. It's still playing God. Sending someone to heaven is just as much playing God as sending them to hell. The problem in this famous incident is not Bill's. As we can see it from his reply, he certainly had their number. Good for him. The fault was on the members who placed Bill on a pedestal. It is demeaning to do to someone. Whenever we place anyone on a pedestal, we will eventually come to hate them for the reality of their imperfection. That's where my fear comes in. That's why I don't like it when people say, and sure, I'm passing things on, and I like that people like what I do and things like that, but don't place me above you. I'm not. When people do that, it scares me. I don't want power. I don't want control. I don't want it. When I mess with that stuff, I fuck it all up. I need God's will to do that, which means I need humility, which means I'm just like everybody else. This is a very common in AA, especially when a sponsee goes sick. My sponsor is honoring sponsoring lineages, etc. I keep my lineage to myself to avoid this kind of degrading thought. It's not at first always the idol's fault. I want to help as many people as I can. Okay. I really do. Okay. The person that you see speaking up on the stage on Sundays, me, other people that you watch, maybe they have a little bit more knowledge than you do. Maybe they've been in the program a little bit longer. Doesn't mean anything. They're just at a different stage. That's it. Because guess what? We all have what today? All of us. All of us woke up this morning on equal footing. Tomorrow morning, it'll happen again. Okay? It's just, I feel that we all have certain talents, and what that talent is going to be is what you're going to utilize in your life. I have a talent for speaking and helping other people. I've worked hard at it, very hard. I educate myself a lot. Okay? I already know a lot. I've been on both sides. So, okay. It was not at first always the idol's fault. It was often the needy worshippers who elevated him in the first place. Hero worship always ends this way is an extreme example. John Lennon was killed by his own Uber fan. Not even going to get into that. Bill was so observant in his reply, his response was just perfect and clearly understood this principle. He'd have to learn it, or else he would never survive as Bill W. And it says he was a very special man. Then, okay, related. Not even Bill was always right. What the fuck? That's not even. See how we like to say tricky little things just to get you to read things? Isn't that nice? Right? Let's read page. Actually, there's one thing I haven't read in a while, and I think I'm going to read it, and then we will close. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. It's in the back, and I don't remember what page it's on in this edition. It was right where it was. Yeah, it flipped right to it because I go to it so much. This is on page 275 of the Keys of the Kingdom. AA is not a plan for recovery that can be finished and done with. It is a way of life. And the challenge contained in its principles is enough to keep any human being striving for as long as he lives. And you wonder what you're going to do with the rest of your life. But there you go. We cannot outgrow this plan. As arrested alcoholics, we must have a program for living that allows for limitless expansion. Keeping one foot in front of the others is essential for maintaining our arrestment. Others may idle in a retrogressive groove without too much danger, but retrogression could spell death for us. However, this isn't as rough as it sounds, as we do become grateful for the necessity that makes us toe the line. And we find that we are compensated for the consistent effort by the countless dividends we receive. Do you guys see where I get some of my verbiage from? You always hear me talking about my dividends. That's where I got it from. Okay? Every time I do this, I get compensated for it. Okay? From God. Okay? What happens? I'm taking out a little bit more insurance against a possible slip. That's what I'm doing. Right? A complete change takes place in our approach to life. Where we used to run from responsibility, we find ourselves accepting it with gratitude that we can successfully shoulder it. Instead of wanting to escape some perplexing problem, we experience the thrill of challenge and the opportunity it affords for another application of AA techniques, and we find ourselves tackling it with surprising vigor. The last 15 years of my life have been rich and meaningful. I've had my share of problems, heartaches, and disappointments because of his life. But I've also known a great deal of joy and peace that is the handmaiden of an inner freedom. This always gets me. This always gets me. Because, man, I mean, even in my sobriety, there's been a lot of heartache, man. Um, Life isn't always easy. It's going to beat you up, it's going to knock you down. Now I want to go into the Rocky Balboa speech. It's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you get it. And you keep moving. Right? I don't do a very good Rocky impression. In fact, it sounded like an old man. Ted Nibbits. I have a wealth of friends, and with my AA friends, an unusual quality of fellowship. For to these people, I am truly related. See, I never felt like I belonged anywhere until I came to AA. Okay? And that was a huge relief for me because I didn't know if God could possibly save me because I thought I was terminally unique. Right? What does terminally unique mean? It means that you think that your problems are so big and so badass that nobody in the world could understand. That's what terminal uniqueness means. And in a way, we bring that on ourselves, but society really does play a huge part in that. And what it does, it creates that loneliness that few of us know. Okay. And it's that loneliness that you and I have felt that bonds us together because I know how that loneliness feels. And since I know how that feels, that makes you feel less lonely. And as the years go by, working together, sharing our experience with one another, and also sharing a mutual trust, understanding, and love without strings, without obligation, we acquire relationships that are unique and priceless. There is no more aloneness with that awful ache so deep in the heart of every alcoholic that nothing before could ever reach. That ache is gone and never need return again. Now there is a sense of belonging, of being wanted and needed and loved. In return for the bottle and a hangover, we have been given The keys to the kingdom. What a heck of a trade, man. What a heck of a trade. And in our favor. In our favor. Jerry says every day brings new challenges and things for us to serve. Courage is needed without fear of failure, knowing that God will make it happen if it's His will for me. He knows better than I know myself. Yep. And He knows what's coming up. No, I think. I don't know. I don't. I'm not God, so I don't know how that works. I would presume that He knows. I don't know how He works it. That's why He's God and I'm not. I don't need to know. I just need to trust. But it's really fucking hard in the beginning, isn't it? Because there's nothing to, like I can trust that this cup is going to hold my coffee without leaking because I can look at it, I can see. Okay? Spirituality is different. You're trusting in something that isn't tangible. And that's where the humility comes in. The reason that you can't see God is because you're blind. And you can't see it yet because you're not near enough. On all you need is one key. And there is only one key. And that key is willingness. And willingness, my friends, is indispensable. So today, just be willing to do what work is necessary. Oh. All right. I enjoyed that. Don't put people on a pedestal. Don't. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, there's, and I see a lot of you that you're following some of these people, and if I told you what they did, you wouldn't do it anymore. But I keep my mouth shut. You want to know why I keep my mouth shut? Because it's not my job to make your decisions. You're big boys and girls. You can do your own stuff. And if you're getting something out of that, who am I to come along and interfere? Unless it is just something so horrendous. I mean, if I felt like it was probably affecting your sobriety, I might say something if you're my friend. Other than that, no, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. If you want to call and ask me what my opinion is, I might give it to you. I don't know. Depends on where you're at. But here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you not to listen to other people because God talks through people. So I can't say that, can I? Not if I want to follow, right? So, all right, that's going to be it. You are certainly welcome, Jerry. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Whether you said hello or not, I love you guys being here. So I'll be back tomorrow for Daily Trudge. Thanks for being here. I love you. Peace out and have a day. Bye.